All right, guys. This is the Sharing Lunchbox, one of my favorite lunch boxes, because it is a great way to get in all of your vegetables. It's also really easy to make. So I think this is something that you can do for school or work. Of course, we're going to be needing a knife, a cutting board, our trusty veggie straws, which are located in the bottom compartment of our lunchbox. And then these little containers here are perfect for putting our veggies into. The most important thing here is that you pick vegetables that your child will eat. Like there's no point in putting in vegetables that they don't like. This is so good for vitamin C, and again it tastes really sweet, so little kids will enjoy it. Now, while the bell peppers are in the cutting board, I'm going to cut up the carrots. I'm just going to cut it up into little squares. You could also cut it up into little sticks, like you did with the carrots and the cucumbers and the celery butt. I think it's going to be really fun to have different shapes and sizes of vegetables in the bento box. And this is one of my favorite ways to pack vegetables because it is like a little surprise for your kid. You don't have to pack separate containers for your vegetables. And if your child doesn't finish all of their veggies, guess what? Mom and Dad get to eat them too. They get excited about it, and it's also really easy to eat. You don't have to dip anything. You don't have to use utensils. They can just grab it and go. I am going to link everything that I talked about today down in the description box below, including the lunch box, the containers, the utensils, and also the ice pack. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos. Bye, and I will see you guys in the next one. Your fruits don't touch your veggies. Your meats don't touch your carbs. It's great for portion control, and it also keeps everything fresh. So I'm just going to cut them into little sticks. I always recommend cutting the carrots diagonally because it looks nicer and it also lasts longer. You can put the whole thing on the top rack of the dishwasher. It's also BPA-free and it's made with 100% pure medical grade silicone. There's a top compartment where you can put your fruit. There's two large compartments where you can put your main dish, and then there is a bottom compartment where you can put your veggies. There's also a lower compartment for your ice packs. And then on the side you've got your utensil holder. This is really cool because when you open it up, there's your utensils. Now I love these utensils because they're made with 100% pure medical grade silicone. It's also really easy to clean. It's top rack dishwasher safe. It's BPA free, lead free, and it's also food grade. The material is non-toxic and odor resistant. You can throw these things in the dishwasher. These containers are leak-proof and freezer-safe, and they come in many different shapes and sizes. They've got a bunch of different bento boxes, ice packs, drinkware, food storage containers, and lunch bags. And then you can also cut the carrot in half, so it's easier to eat. But yeah, this looks pretty good. So always ask your kid, what do you want to put in the lunchbox? What do you want to eat? And then let them pick out the vegetables. Okay, so with the cucumbers, I'm just going to cut them into little sticks. Again, you want to cut them into bite-sized pieces. I am going to start with the orange because I want the orange to be at the bottom, so that way it is not wilting on the other vegetables. Okay, so I'm going to grab a handful, and then I'm going to add it to the container, and then I'm going to repeat the process with the green and then the purple. So with the green, I'm grabbing a handful, and then I'm adding it on top of the orange. Okay, and then with the purple, I'm just going to grab a handful, and then I'm going to add it on top of the green. Then I'm going to move on to the celery. I just want to show you guys that you can do multiple colors, and it still comes out really nicely. So if you wanted to add more vegetables, you could always add more vegetables. And then when you're ready to put the lid on, just make sure that you don't put the lid on too tight, because you don't want the veggies to get smashed. You just want it to be nice and snug. I'm just going to snap off the ends, wash it, and then cut it up into little sticks. I think this will be nice, because if they pick out the vegetables themselves, they're more likely to eat them. They feel like it's their bento box, and it's also fun for them to pick out the vegetables. They get excited about it. And I love this because when you open it up, it's like a little surprise. You take off the lid and then bam, you got yourself some veggies. Okay, so today we are making rainbow vegetable cups. And this is actually very simple to do. All we need are some vegetables. Like we could even use a yogurt container where we just cut the side out of it. We could use any type of container that has a flat bottom because that is what is going to hold up the veggies. We've got orange, we've got green, and we've got purple. But I'm using these little guys because I love how they look. So I think this would be fun for kids and adults alike. Now, if you don't have those little containers, you can use any type of container you want. So the first thing that we're going to do is wash all of our vegetables and then cut them up into bite-sized pieces. So today, I'm making 3 different colors. Now you can do any type of color combination that you want. Like today, I did an orange, bell pepper, and carrots. We're going to be doing celery and cucumber for the green. And then for the purple, we're going to be using cabbage and some purple onions. Now the first thing I'm going to do is cut up the orange bell pepper. So I'm just going to cut it into little cubes. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then I'm going to move over to the cucumbers. And then the last thing that I'm going to cut up is the cabbage. Okay, so now that everything is cut up, I'm going to go ahead and add everything to the veggie straws. Now, if you wanted to add more vegetables, you could always add more vegetables. All right, so this looks really good. And then what I love about the Sharing Lunchbox is that you've got all of your veggies in one spot. Now another thing that I love about the Sharing Lunchbox is that it's dishwasher safe. You may be wondering why I keep saying the word compartmentalized. It's because this product is highly compartmentalized. It keeps everything separated. Like I said earlier, there's a bunch of different compartments. All right, guys, so I think this is a great lunchbox for adults and kids.